Welcome to Fabulously Flawed, where the perfectly imperfect come to shine. Marni, along with her sensational sidekick, Taylor, are the mother-daughter duo that puts the fun in dysfunction. Every episode, we unpack the chaos of mental health while sprinkling in the sass of pop culture. We're here to share stories, laughs, and lessons to remind you to embrace your quirks and never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. So join us as we celebrate the beauty of being fabulously flawed. Let's get real, let's get raw, and let's get ready to add a little extra shimmer to your day.
Hey, fabulous friends. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and joining me, as usual,
drum roll, please.
Drum roll. My delicious, dazzling, delicious, delightful co-host, my daughter, Taylor.
I think we got two deliciouses.
I gave you a double delicious.
Yes, a double delicious.
Oh, another D.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to our episode. This one is Sprinkle Kindness Like Confetti, right?
Oh, yeah. I just have to say my Instagram bio now, I think for the last 2 years or so, has been remember to be kind today.
Is it National Kindness Day?
No. I don't think it is.
Well, every day should be National Kindness Day.
I was actually I didn't even know that this was going to be the episode we recorded today. And I was just telling my friends, I was texting them and I was like, being kind is the most important quality ever. And
when it's
so
genuine.
important.
When it's genuine.
True.
We're going to talk about how you were born into being kind to people and not for your ego, but for your soul. And I'm going to talk about that. But, kindness is so underrated.
Yes.
How it's a domino effect.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? That one smile to the lady at the ticket counter can now go home to her son and not be like, oh, and now could be like, come here and give me a hug. Bring it in. You have no idea what people are going through.
None at all. Oh my God. Especially, it's so hard now with social media. Everyone puts up this fake front and it's when you hear about stories of, someone who died by suicide, for example, you would have never known that they were struggling because,
it's funny when people have, I don't mean it's funny, I'm saying it's ironic. When people have signs, they're not themselves, they're feeling down, they're this, they're that, and they reach out in those ways. But when they die of suicide, it's, they had everything going for them. Oh, I feel so bad. So everybody mourns suicide, but nobody will talk about depression. And that's my mission. Depression. Oh, I thought I was going to do a little affirmational rhyme there. But my mission is to get people to be aware of all of this stuff.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important to be kind to everybody because you have no idea what someone is going through. They could post a picture on Instagram smiling, but, cry 23 hours of the day.
I had a client, true story. He is so funny on Facebook, in his 30s. Funny person. But then he said to me, he inboxed me and said, thank you for your messages because I stay alive for my kids.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You wouldn't, I go, are you fucking kidding me? You would never know. Mm-hmm. It's not depression, anxiety. It does not discriminate. It doesn't care what age, race, color, or anything.
Oh, you could have $1 or $1 million and still be, clinically depressed, of course.
I taught Taylor when she was young that if you see something on someone, tell them, but don't fake it. Like if you see someone's shoes and it's like, I love your shoes, and they're always taken aback. They're always like,
you know what actually happened to me the other night? So I'm on La Solis. I'm walking with Bree. And I see this girl in front of me. She's walking with her boyfriend and she's in this really, really cute denim skirt. And I've been very into mini skirts lately. I literally, and again, the alcohol kind of let me do this. I literally run up to her. She's crossing the street. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to know where you got your skirt from. I love it.
Love. She was probably so flattered.
My
thank
God.
you.
Yeah,
because her bitchy friends aren't telling her how fabulous she looks.
She was like, you're so sweet.
See?
And her, she's smiling at her boyfriend that's so nice. And whatever. And she was just so flattered that she wasn't weirded out or I'm not going to tell you why'd you run up to me. She was literally oh my God, you're so sweet.
Remember
blah, blah, blah.
when I used to see, I have been a cheerleader for everybody my entire life. I was telling you a few weeks ago when I was a casting director and they would tell us who booked it. I remember yay. Or when I was an agent and you found out your actors and I got to call the actors and tell them they booked it. It's just
the best feeling. You've instilled in me, Mom, since I can remember. remember since birth to be nice to everybody.
It's probably been like ABC, being nice to me, like
yes,
you.
no,
and me,
I'm
like,
not even
always.
kidding, guys. Like the biggest thing my mom has taught me is to be nice. Just be nice. And honestly, I not to toot my own horn or anything, but everybody you ask will say I am the nicest person, and I take so much pride in that.
Remember, and may he rest in peace, Mr. Becker, Taylor's Embassy Creek Elementary principal, who just passed away from cancer. And it was like, I grew up, you don't want to know the principals, like it was scary.
Yeah,
but Mr. Becker was a friend.
Yes,
he
was everyone's friend.
You know, his daughter Amy was your age, so we got to see Mr. Becker at all the, every year things. And Brian, remember, he had a little crush on you. What grade was Brian?
I think, Brian was Mr. Becker's son. I think he was like 5 years younger than
and
me.
he made you like a video or something. No,
like a highlight reel of my
pictures,
like a montage.
Yes, he made you a
sweet
montage.
Yeah.
But you know what's ironic? Mr. Becker, remember we talked about this on a few episodes ago. He asked Miss Dolan, "Is she always that sweet?"
Yes.
Like she's like Linda from Wicked, but not the bitchy part at all. See,
since I was like 9 years old.
See, here's the thing: when I was 17. And I had no mother, no father. Then I went to my aunt and uncle. They didn't want me. Then I went to friends to stay there. They couldn't let me stay there. Then I went to my brother and he didn't want me. So to be in a position to have nobody for you when you are a little girl, 17's a baby.
17's a child, of course.
That's why I think I wigged out when you turned 17. And, deep down, if you really want to get Freudian about it. Because the thought of you ever going through what I had to go through. So when so I know what it's like to be down, alone, desperate, rock bottom's bottom. And that one person who probably smiled at me, I don't know who they are, but it had to have been an angel. And the next person who smiled at me, it took me out of the gutter emotionally.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And every time I'm out in public, I don't care how rude a server is to me, a hostess,
I taught you
someone
that too.
at the DMV, the cashier at Walmart. They could be the biggest bitch, see you next Tuesday to me. I will still, hi, how are you? Because most likely they're going through their own shit.
Completely.
So what do I have to lose by being nice? I don't, they don't know me. They're not being rude to me. It's just
them. You cannot take it personally.
No, I never do. And
that's why
always
I hate people
so nice
that do Yelp reviews. It's like, oh my God, she was probably rude to you because maybe she can't make her mortgage or her rent or her son is sick or her daughter or something. You don't know.
I know. Yes, I never leave negative reviews because my conscious knowing that what if I made someone lose their job or something?
Right?
I don't know. I could never live with myself because everyone's human and no one, this is what I understand. What do these people, when I go on look at reviews for restaurants and someone writes this person was horrible. What could they have possibly done to you to warrant such just in your face and call you an ugly fat whore? What did they do that was so bad?
Speaking of ugly fat whore, I was called that.
Speaking of
ugly fat whore, and I forgot to tell the story, which we'll do on another episode, the 161 ways to describe Marni M when I was in high school. Ugly fat whore. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Was the top of the list.
Oh, God.
So so how was I ever supposed to love myself when I grew up thinking I'm an ugly fat whore?
Oh,
and
God.
I allowed
the
those
ones
words.
who call you the ugly fat whore are the ugly fat whores. It's never you.
Well, karma is real, and we'll talk about that next episode. Karma's
real.
Our boyfriend. Karma's everything.
Yes.
And that is
karma is the reason my hair on the weekend.
yes, and a cat. Which all of a sudden now, because you're Eva, I love you so much, and now we'll know if Eva listens because if she hears this, no, I'm joking. But I have this new fixation with these people who dress up their cats. I don't have a cat. I have my Hershey, our dog, but I have all of a sudden created this character, Eva the cat.
For some background, Eva, my best friend, is obsessed with cats. Has her own cats.
She's now in Paris.
Yes, and she's French. She lives in Paris. So
Je ne sais quoi, Chanel.
So my mom finds all these cat memes online of cats dressed in berets and little Chanel suits. And
I go, Eva the cat is out for lunch.
It's the funniest thing, and and that's just you wanting to put a smile on Eva's face. And
that's exactly right. I love her so much that I know she will smile with the new series, Eva the cat.
I just think that being kind, it kind of blows my mind how it's not an automatic response for some people.
Because people are so angry and they take it personally.
Yeah.
Look, you know what? I just had to say to you as your mother, this is not you, Tay, it's me. Stop.
I know. And I have to say to you, it's not you, it's me. You know?
I know, but you're my baby girl.
I'm just remembering in my dream last night, I was like on the beach with you and someone, I don't remember, but I remember our conversation in my dream was that I was explaining to this person that hurt people hurt.
It's like deja vu.
Yeah, I was literally like, no, you have to feel bad for people that bully because they're the ones that are so insecure. Oh, it's so hard. It's everything is always easier said than done. It's just you have to like
baby steps and start nurturing your mind.
Yes, implement it in your mind enough where it becomes like that automatic response, that habit. Exactly.
Because the healing and peace, actually, forget healing. Your peace of mind is contingent upon that pause and the response.
Oh, absolutely.
We're in charge of our own happiness. You could come downstairs in a bad mood and I could either go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or just let you be. Yeah. Because it's okay to not be okay at every minute. That would be insane if somebody was perpetually happy. It's
right,
ridiculous.
Of course. It's like that's my dreamland, but it's not reality and will never be reality.
Look, here's where the peace comes, because people are like, how could you not be stressed about anything? Life is and I go, because I know if I live in this moment, I'm okay. I'm not going to waste time thinking and foreseeing yucky things and infesting my mind.
I actually was just looking at these like graphics on Instagram yesterday. I think Dorothy Wang reposted it. She always posts these affirmations.
Remember when she first came on that show?
Rich Kids of Beverly Hills.
I text you. I'm like, oh my gosh, this new show. We have to watch it.
Yes, it's been 10 years since that, by the way, which is wild. And I've been following Dorothy ever since. Wow. And she's very into affirmations. And she posted a graphic that said, worrying is like the thief of happiness, to just live in the moment and whatever. You've just been saying that to me for years, and I just like resonated with it yesterday and reposted it. And I was like, I needed this reminder today, which means someone else probably does too, of my 2,000 followers.
Hey, we need reminders every day. Affirmation should be the start of your day.
Yeah, no, they are. And Bree, and every time I hang out with Bree now, she'll like have me write down like 3 affirmations about myself, or like 3 nice things about myself.
Speaking of affirmations, I'm going to go now. We have to do a commercial for our store, Fabulously Flawed with 2ds.net on Etsy. Guys, you don't understand. Any affirmation that could be thought is on a product at our store.
Anything from journals to sweatshirts to sweatpants to pens to phone cases, literally anything.
Computer cases, evil eye themes. For your pets, everything to make you feel good. You don't have to say a word, but you can have a sweatshirt that says, I am fabulous, or I am happy, or
I am strong.
Sending someone a smile if you're reading this.
And shoot us a DM, and we can, like on Instagram or TikTok or anything, and we can put any affirmation you want on any product of your choosing.
Or just to talk to us. Ask us a question. I can answer them. I am not going to toot my own horn, but beep, beep. When I have the fact that I have done 60 opinion pieces for Newsweek for social situations, family, relationship, what should I do, basically? Newsweek printed 60 of my friggin' opinions. So guys,
so amazing.
It's because it's not like the Boca Gazette. It is Newsweek.
I value your opinion.
Oh, no, I'm just getting so powerful. I'm just getting very
passionate.
Thank you. Exactly. I'm getting that umph in it. So here's an example. It's not you. I'm in the middle of just praising myself.
Yes,
I think.
yes. Go for it, girl.
Because as I'm talking about it, I'm like, fuck. Like, I write for Newsweek. Like, they're like, hi, Marni, what's your opinion on this? And it's like, well, my mother-in-law doesn't respect my privacy. She keeps coming in my room. What should I do? And I answer it. So it's just like, wow. So if you guys have questions, email us, DM us.
Yeah, no, we will answer anything and everything. No subject is off limits with us. We are so open.
Oh, please.
Literally everything.
I am a name the illness, and you could spin a wheel and it can stop, and I can discuss it of the day, and one of you will resonate.
A mental illness.
Diagnosis of the day. But here's a story about being kindness and how it really goes full circle, and how it was a really cool thing. I think I told you about this at Walgreens. So I was standing in line, and this lady was like, oh gosh, the card was denied. That's what it was.
Okay.
So I said to the cashier, I'll pay for her, which always, that doesn't shock you that I would do that.
Nature, yeah.
So she goes, no, I just have my other card. She goes, but because you were going to do that, I'm going to pay for you. And I said, stop it. No, you are not. No, you are not. And of course she did. So the cashier said, that is so nice, so nice. And I was getting these magnetic lashes.
Okay.
Or no, I was not. I was getting false nails. That's when I was, that was during my depression this year, when I didn't go anywhere and I was doing my own press-on nails if I had to take a picture. Like, I was just really gross and just not Marni at all.
Yeah.
So she goes, oh, I wish I could get those. I go, hang on. So of
I
course I
remember
went
this.
and bought her because she couldn't wait until her paycheck to
No,
buy
yes,
them.
I remember
So of
this.
course, so I went and got her and she started to cry.
Oh, Mom,
and I was like, that random.
And the thing is, I'm going to, praise my mom here. She doesn't do that for any other reason out of just the genuine kindness of your heart.
Yeah, I've never filmed it. And guys, look at me. Look what I'm doing.
We don't film our acts of kindness. I enjoy seeing those videos on the internet, but I'm not the biggest fan of that because a lot of it feels very superficial to me, of course. But I will say that you have always, always, always made it a point to help those who need it more than you. And I think that is my favorite quality about you. I mean, I'm serious. I love, obviously, your personality and your
dazzling
humor.
But deranged.
Yes,
deranged and dazzling.
Yes, that's another
dazzling and deranged.
Fabulously flawed, dazzling or deranged and
Product,
dazzling.
yep.
Same thing. But I think my favorite thing about you is your determination to help others, and you always. We've always for Christmas gotten gifts for underprivileged children. And,
Since you were little, we used to get the angel trees.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just everything. And I do it. It's second nature to me now. I don't do it for any other reason other than that I truly, truly want to help. And I credit you for that.
Oh, I have actually had like stuff Instacarted or, and I was like, oh, I have to take products out so I can give them a tip because they're working.
Yeah.
Like things like that.
Oh, of course.
Because again, I have been there. And for people that have never experienced it, maybe it's hard for some people to have empathy and compassion. I don't know. It should be.
Which is wild to me. Who raised you?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but if you don't live your life full of compassion and empathy, you're doing it wrong.
Well,
sorry, but you are.
When you love yourself, you don't walk around projecting on other people. But if you understood what people go through, you wouldn't take it personally.
Right.
So people walk around and
That's true.
People all day long, people are yelling at the DMV. We wonder why they get angry. You know how many people are like, well, this, and they're like, sir, it says no. And they yell at them. So it's like, don't shoot the messenger.
And as I've gotten older, my God, are people horrible. I've realized people are nasty and rude. Like, no, I'm not talking about customer service workers. I'm talking about the customers, the people.
Oh, they're horrible.
People are fucking horrible. I look at these people sometimes in public when they're so rude. I'm like, who raised you, you animal? Like, seriously.
Somebody was yelling at the lady not doing her pedicure right, and I wanted to say, I don't see you on your ass scrubbing fucking toes.
I mean, it's just
horrible.
And I get it that, like we've said before, not everyone can be happy all the time, and it's okay to be hurting, but it's you can't project it onto others. It's just not right. Like, I'm sorry, no matter what you're going through, lead with kindness in your life.
So
I find it hard to believe that people don't. That's all.
Well, I was so mad at the pharmacy because they wouldn't fill my prescription, and they were like, 9 a.m. tomorrow. I go, but it's 9 p.m. now. What difference does it make? And I'm really getting mad at them. And then I stopped and I said, I'm so sorry. Please don't take this personally, but I really need my Lunesta.
And most people wouldn't apologize for their behavior.
I was like, I'm normally not a bitch, but I want to go to sleep.
I know. And most people wouldn't. And you already, even though you were, a little short or whatever, you, the fact that you were big enough to be like, I'm sorry, this is not you, it's me. And that probably changed the whole trajectory of
I just
everything.
Read something yesterday. Oh my gosh, this so fits in theme of kindness. We were talking about registers and, the people at the checkout. They said, ask the people at the checkout what their favorite candy bar is and then buy it.
Oh.
Is that not the
Okay, I'm going to
start doing that. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Now we're going to go to every Publix and go to every cashier and buy every one of them a candy bar. Because
now I have to do that. I can't believe I haven't thought about that before.
How did we not think of that?
I love that.
I know
that
Brianna
would
right now.
Make their whole fucking day.
Of course it would. I know Brianna right now was thinking, going, "Oh my God, that is the sweetest."
I know.
Stop it.
Now I have to do it too. Let's start a trend.
Yep. Let's start the trend.
Start
a candy bar trend.
Yes. Buy a hashtag candy bar times cashier. I'm serious.
Now we have to phrase it in a cute way. Cashier and candy,
something like that. I'll think of a cute hashtag. It'll come to me.
Candy bars and cashiers.
Yes, like make it a goal too. It doesn't have to be every single time, but once a week, twice a week. Every time you're somewhere and there's candy bars.
That is
at a
the
grocery store,
thing.
Walgreens, CVS.
I'm listening. Thinking like out of the box. Like this is such a good idea. Whoever thought of that? And I'm like, wait, I'm talking my face right now. My jaw is dropped.
You thought of that. I want to start a trend. I want it to become a thing. Think about how many
simple
smiles we put on people's faces. Yes, as simple as the Three Musketeers.
What's your favorite candy bar?
So before I had COVID like 3 years ago, but it messed up chocolate for me for the last over 3 years. But dating back to before that, I would say my favorite candy bar was Twix. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But now it's hard for me to eat chocolate because it doesn't taste the same.
I'm not as
What's
much
your favorite?
Well, see, they're all
Okay, and Reese's. Twix and Reese's. Final
I
answer.
love the Three Musketeers.
Yeah,
you know,
a
and I
Milky
also
Way
love a
too.
Milky Way.
See, now we're just gonna start naming everything.
I
They're all
know.
so good.
Like on Halloween, when you would bring back your candy, there was no way I was going to grab a Milky Way or Three Musketeers. They were
I'm
gone.
so silly.
Oh.
Kit Kat.
What
silly
would you do
me.
for a Kit Kat bar? Yeah.
Yeah, silly me. I would say Kit Kat,
Now,
Twix.
Kit Kat or Twix? Which one?
Kit Kat.
A lot of people would differ. I think I'm going to
Kit
Twix
Kat.
it. I'm going to Twix
Twix
it.
it?
Because
I
you
think
get
Kit
the
Kat.
caramel.
I know.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Caramel,
Caramel.
or caramel.
Yes.
I say caramel.
My dad says caramel and I say caramel. We all say it different ways. I actually did a poll on my Insta story once about like how do you pronounce, caramel, and caramel won by a landslide.
Caramel.
Caramel was in second place and caramel
What does
was
Daddy
like
say?
I don't know, caramel with
Caramel.
like CARMUL. Yeah, weirdo. No one else. He also says Chipotle.
I love you, baby.
Yeah,
so
he changed.
much.
He
Did I tell everyone I got married? Did I do an episode on that yet?
Did we talked about it briefly? I think
That
a
I just
couple episodes
remarried
ago.
my husband for the third time because 3 is perfect.
Third time is a
third time's
charm.
a charm.
Yeah, my parents say
But we got to
on
date.
and off, on and off.
Well, we dated for the past 2 years. We didn't get to date because we met having an affair. So there goes the let me pick you up at 8:00. And
Oh yeah.
so that kind of went out the window.
It's probably weird for you to see me like.
Well, I love it now because if I could have had you as my friend when I first met Daddy, it would have been so fun because you and me.
I know we're like, oh God, it's.
But now,
like crazy.
But once, I should really make a series, which I'm going to do, the J Diaries, because it's such an impact the past 25 years of my life.
Yeah.
But
people would love to hear about that.
Oh my gosh, I'm even out like lost for words. But when we fell apart the worst and got divorced in 2020, July 2020, during COVID, my life, I thought it was shit before. It shattered. It was the most hell I think I was living in up until March 2022.
Like about 2 years ago.
And then I started learning what it's like to take accountability and for Daddy to stop saying you should do it this way because there is no right or way. The love was always there, but we never communicated.
Yeah.
It was.
And everyone says, like, when you see these like interviews on like TikTok and YouTube of like people interviewing couples, what's the secret to being married? Communication.
And comprehending. You can communicate all you want, but they have to understand.
Right. Take the time to actually take this extra step to understand
like Daddy
what your partner
knows
is saying.
I am Bazooko. I am Marni.
Yes.
And look, what I love now is that I love talking to people in public, whether it's the lady at the airport or it's the person behind me, no matter what. But now we have our cameras to start doing our random street interviews and asking people questions. I'm going to ask them Twix or Kit Kat. I want to know. I'm curious because I'm Twix.
I would say those are two of the most like popular chocolate
this
bars.
is how I wanted validation when you were growing up in our neighborhood. Halloween, we had to be the house that gave out the full candy bars.
Yeah, I know.
Like how pathetic is that? I mean, I just knew everybody would look and go, oh, a candy bar.
A full candy bar.
What do we give out? I think Daddy always loved to give a Snickers.
Maybe a Snickers or Hershey's or Twix, something like that.
Snickers and Twix.
I think it was, Snickers and Twix. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Then we moved and they were like, that's the house. Then they got ripped, the jig the next year. Like, what are you talking about? This is the good house. We've been here since I'm 4.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
wow.
that's funny.
So we're going to wrap it up, I guess, with just reminding everybody to just sprinkle kindness like confetti. Just know everybody is going through something. And that one smile, that one compliment, that one wave, that one hello, that one good morning, that one good night can make somebody's day.
Oh, absolutely. And we are very big, strong, giant believers in that what goes around comes around. So if you are in need of some good karma, some good energy, put that back out into the world and it will most definitely come right back to you.
And on a note, I don't want anyone to forget, if you are listening, if you are suffering, if you are feeling sad, if you know somebody's suffering, if you know somebody, God forbid, you might think is suicidal, dial 988. We have 911 for an emergency. These are mental emergencies.
Yeah.
But you know what? 99.9% of these people do not need an ambulance to come see them. They just people want to be heard. They just want somebody to listen to. So you can be anonymous there. You can text, you can call, but just reach out.
Please,
Don't suffer in silence.
You know what? I don't know if you knew this actually, and if it's happening here in Cooper City, it's probably happening in other places too. At Countryside, which is a plaza 5 minutes down the road from us, there are signs on the tree in the parking lot for 988.
There is?
Yes, 988. Mental health crisis hotline.
Okay, so whoever owns that plaza and you're manager of that property, you go. That is friggin' awesome.
Yes, this is the only time I've ever seen, and it happens to be in Cooper City, our hometown, in our Publix, 5 minutes down the street. Yep.
You go, Coop.
So if it's here, I want to assume it's elsewhere, and that makes me so happy. And soon it will be in every parking lot.
We're making progress.
We are. No, I think every day is progress in the mental health.
Because people are community. Like, what the fuck am I faking it for? Of course I'm anxious, or of course I'm depressed, or of course I'm going through this. You don't have to hide it. You don't have to explain it. But you don't have to hide it.
No, and just acknowledge it and help yourself, please.
Because if you can't help yourself, you can't help your family.
There's so much life to live. You are so special. You are so awesome.
This is so true. I couldn't help myself in 2019. I fell apart. I left my family. I got a 1-bedroom apartment. I left my children, my dog, my Juicy, and my husband because I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't help myself. I couldn't help my family. But look at where we are now.
Yeah.
See? Isn't that remarkable?
Things do get better, guys. So if you're struggling,
I promise your sparkle will be there. You will smile again.
You are so loved. Please remember that. We love you. We don't even know you and we love you.
Drew Carey. No, I have to just say this real fast. Before he ends The Price of Right, every time
The Price is Right.
The Price is Right. The Price is Right.
Sorry, I knew what you meant.
I'm thinking I'm so lost in his message. Yeah. I watched The Price is Right, the Bob Barker years, but Drew Carey at the end, he's like, take care of yourself. I love you. Your mental health is important. We want to see you tomorrow. I love him so much for that, Drew. Ooh.
My Twitter bio says your mental health is important. Sorry, I just realized both my Instagram and my Twitter bio both have something to do with like mental health. Like it's okay to be, being kind and whatever. So that's just like my biggest thing. Please be nice to people. Please, 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 just be nice.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and think the reason that you talk about mental health, possibly because I have programmed it to you.
Yes.
Like,
it's literally, I could talk about my morning coffee and mental health the same. Like it's just so instinctive. Right.
It's like, so I brush my teeth. I'm going to have a turkey sandwich for lunch. I'm having a panic attack right now. And then we'll go to dinner at
pretty much that.
Because it's so normal, guys. Normalize it. There is nothing wrong with not being okay. And never let anyone dull your sparkle. Yeah. Never let anyone burst your bubble. Stay strong, guys.
Protect your peace.
Say your affirmations. Look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm fucking fantastic.
It works.
I am amazing.
Oh, it works. I've been feeling down the past few days and I have been affirming myself like crazy. And it helps. So
let me tell you something. I went
from one anxious, depressed girly to another.
We see you. We feel you.
We feel you.
So we're sending so much love and so much peace. Bye. Until next time.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fabulously Flawed. Remember, we drop new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to subscribe and never miss a moment of this dazzling duo. Craving more sparkle? Head over to fabulouslyflawed.com for exclusive content, episode archives, and more. And don't forget to check out Fabulously Flawed on Etsy for tons of amazing products that are sure to brighten your day. Be sure to follow us on socials to keep the conversation going and become a part of our Fabulously Flawed family. Until then, keep embracing your beautiful imperfections and remember, never let anyone dull your sparkle.